Temps in the 50s and then the 20s. There's been plenty of melting and freezing happening this winter. And if that's happening in cracks or holes in your home's foundation, well, it won't be long before that water gets in your house. But there's a way to waterproof your house, and it doesn't have to tear up your yard. Bob from Great Lakes Waterproofing is here to share more. Good morning, Bob.
Well, good morning. Thanks for having us.
So, our pleasure. I want to learn more about the non-destructive yard treatment that I'm going to be getting from Great Lakes Waterproofing. What are other people doing? What's happening with this, with the yards?
Well, a lot of times when you call somebody out to do waterproofing traditionally, they usually will trench on the outside, put stone and tile on the inside, and then they'll coat the outside of the wall with some tar type stuff. Then
when you say trench, you're talking about digging how big of a trench? All around your house?
Yeah, maybe 24 inches.
So a 2-foot trench around your house?
2-foot trench around your house.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that. And that's why we're here. One of the things that's made our system so popular, we've been around since 1978, is we use a product called bentonite. Bentonite is a volcanic type of clay that when mixed with water, it has amazing waterproofing properties. In fact, the Army Corps of Engineers uses it on the Boulder Dam.
There you go. Well, they're using it for a dam to hold water back. It's probably good enough for your house. We're getting some shots of what it might look like there. So how does it get in without destroying my yard?
Well, what we do is we have rods, about 3/4 of an inch, attached to a hose, which goes back to a ribbon pump. And they mix the bentonite with water to a certain type of consistency. They pump it down to the footer, and the pressure of the earth on that foundation forces that bentonite left to right. So they put that rod in every 3 feet, and it just forces it left to right. It coats the bottom of the footer and all the way up the wall. So if you have any kind of cracks, any kind of divots, any kind of issues with that, that all gets covered with bentonite clay.
And of course, their next question might be, is bentonite safe? I mean, pets, kids, is it people friendly? Can I get it on my skin?
That's a great question, because one of the things about bentonite, it's all natural. It's again, it comes out of all volcanic areas where they have a lot of volcano action. They get that bentonite out of that. People take bentonite for health reasons.
They do.
They use it in health baths. They use bentonite clay. Bentonite clay is a cousin to cat litter.
No way.
So if you have a cat, your cat's going to be safe.
So safe for people and pets.
Absolutely.
So it's not a toxic thing going into this ground at all.
No odors either, and that's what people like about it.
I'm sorry?
No odors.
No odor.
No odors.
Speaking of odors, Bob, that's kind of sometimes the first thing people notice when they got a problem, right? You get that odor in your house, the mildew. I mean, it's important to keep this dry for your health, really.
Absolutely. And one of the things we find in the winter with houses shut up is the fact that any kind of moisture, any kind of mildew, any type of fungus tends to accelerate because you're in a warmer basement. Your heating and cooling system picks that air up off the floor and sends it through the house, and so now everybody in the house has got the sniffles.
I got it. So this, obviously, the drier the air, the better for your health. You don't want that mildew, those spores, any of that junk getting into your house. So people may not realize how much, they see the leak, they see the damage, but they don't think about the other problems that could arise from that. When it comes to the foundation of a home, you have something I've seen on your website, Fortress Foundation. Can you explain that?
Fortress Foundation is kind of a groundbreaking type of system where if you have bowed walls, in the past what they used to do is they drill into the walls and they'd put plates with bolts and they'd run a cable out the yard. We don't do that anymore. We use Kevlar. We use Kevlar strips that we connect at the top of the joist and the bottom of the floor, and we torque that down to push against that wall. They generally, if you've got a bowed wall, they do it about every 4 feet, and it puts about 37,000 pounds of tension on that wall to keep it stable. And you know what the best thing about Fortress? They're made right in Holland, Michigan. That's
what I was going to ask next. I'm glad you mentioned that, because this is a local company. This isn't a franchise. Talk a little bit about your history.
We're a family-owned company. We started in West Michigan. Some of the work that they did in the early days was plugging up oil wells. If you go to the oil patch in South Dakota, you'll see a lot of companies that do nothing but plug up these old dead wells so the briny water, oily water doesn't escape. And then I guess one day somebody got the idea that, hey, I wonder if this will work around foundations. So we do both commercial foundations, residential foundations, and we do elevator shafts.
So you do both. Oh, wow, you got the trifecta there.
Absolutely.
So whether you're a business owner here in West Michigan or a homeowner, or maybe that apartment complex that has that elevator in it needs some looking at, Great Lakes Waterproofing is the place to call.
We should be #1 on their list because we're flexible enough where, again, we're not a franchise. We can pivot if we have a situation in which we have to do things maybe a little more unconventional. We can do it. We don't have to call the franchise and say, can we do this? The best thing about it, we have a transferable lifetime warranty on everything we do.
So anything that's done in the home while you're living in it, if you were to sell that home, would go to the new owner?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Let's get some contact information up. We need, after talking about all this, you even have a toll-free number.
Yes, 888-431, let's see, actually, I'll give you the good number.
Okay.
888-448-2351.
That's the one you want, 448-2351, or I'm sure your website's just loaded with information and even some videos. I think I saw some of those.
I tell customers all the time that if you really want to educate yourself, I love self-educated customers. Go to our website, watch the videos. I generally, when I talk to someone on the phone, I'll send them an animated video that's on that website. And they're always wondering, well, how long is this appointment going to take? And I said, if you watch the video, you skip a 3-hour flip chart presentation with sock puppets. But if you watch the video and become educated, it's not that difficult. I can be in and out of there in 15 minutes if I have to be.
Okay, you've got the time for that. So if you're looking for some really high quality waterproofing for your home that's not going to tear up your yard, that's not going to be toxic, that's even systems that will keep your walls from bulging, Great Lakes Waterproofing has it all. Hit the greatlakeswaterproofing.com or call the toll-free number on your screen.